Hello, and welcome to Saints and Celebrations with Deacon Michael. Today we celebrate the feast of Saint Mary Magdalene, but first, a word about words. We commonly refer to every saint's celebration as a feast day, but there are actually 4 levels of liturgical celebrations. The first 2 are called memorials, and they can be either optional, meaning a priest can choose whether or not to celebrate them at Mass, or obligatory, meaning he must celebrate them. The next highest level is a feast. You can spot a real feast day at Mass because you'll pray the Gloria, even during Lent, but not the Creed. Finally, the highest level is a solemnity. Every Sunday is a solemnity, along with the holy days of obligation and some others as well. Solemnities get all the liturgical bells and whistles, including the Gloria and the Creed. Generally, the more important a saint is in the history of the Universal Church, the higher a ranking her day gets on the liturgical calendar. I mention this today because, back in 2016, Pope Francis elevated Mary Magdalene's celebration from a memorial to a feast. Announcing this decision, the Congregation for Divine Worship wrote, "It is right that the liturgical celebration of this woman has the same level of feast given to the celebration of the apostles in the general Roman calendar, and highlights the special mission of this woman, who is an example and model for every woman in the Church." So, what was so special about Mary Magdalene? She's sometimes referred to as Mary the Magdalene, or Mary of Magdala, so it's not her last name, but rather a reference to her hometown. The Church of the Magdalene here in Tulsa is named after her, using the French version of the word. Luke's Gospel tells us that Jesus expelled 7 demons from her, and she then became a disciple of his, traveling with him along with the 12 apostles and the rest of his core group of followers. In fact, Luke says that Mary Magdalene, along with other women, provided for them out of their resources. Whenever a group of these women is named in the Gospels, she is listed first, much like Simon Peter is among the apostles, showing her importance among Jesus' followers. And she followed him to the end. Matthew, Mark, and John all list Mary Magdalene among those present at the crucifixion, and Mark and Matthew name her as witnessing Jesus' burial as well. But her significance in the Church truly shines through on Easter Sunday, especially in John's Gospel. Here's an excerpt. "On the first day of the week, Mary of Magdala came to the tomb early in the morning while it was still dark, and saw the stone removed from the tomb. And as she wept, she bent over into the tomb and saw 2 angels in white sitting there, one at the head and one at the feet where the body of Jesus had been. And they said to her, 'Woman, why are you weeping?' She said to them, 'They have taken my Lord, and I don't know where they laid him.' When she had said this, she turned around and saw Jesus there, but did not know it was Jesus. Jesus said to her, 'Woman, why are you weeping? Whom are you looking for?' She thought it was the gardener, and said to him, 'Sir, if you carried him away, tell me where you laid him, and I will take him.' Jesus said to her, 'Mary.' She turned and said to him in Hebrew, 'Rabboni,' which means teacher. Jesus said to her, 'Stop holding on to me, for I have not yet ascended to the Father, but go to my brothers and tell them, I am going to my Father and your Father, to my God and your God.' Mary of Magdala went and announced to the disciples, 'I have seen the Lord,' and what he told her. Mary proclaimed the good news of the resurrection to the 12. For this reason, she is often called the Apostle to the Apostles, and so Pope Francis granted her a celebration on par with theirs. As we celebrate Mary Magdalene today, let's ask for her intercession, that we might follow her heroic example of dedication and attentiveness to Christ, and to proclaiming the good news of his resurrection. May God bless you. And we'll see you next month for more Saints and Celebrations with Deacon Michael.